Hello all and welcome to Wow Crochet yet again for another tutorial. And in today's tutorial we will be working on a stitch called crocheting in the third loop. Okay, what you'll be looking for is this look. This is what you'll be looking at eventually. It's just a little tiny piece that we're working on today, but this is what you will be looking at, okay, when you learn this particular stitch. Okay, it is a very fiddly stitch for the first few rows. After you do about the first 2 rows, on the 3rd row or the 4th row, everything comes naturally. Okay, so good luck, and don't forget, if you are interested in doing the cowl itself, it will be our very next tutorial, and let's get going. Alrighty, so we're going to be using Morris & Sons estate yarns. I've had this in my stash for I don't know, 8 years, 9 years. I've never done anything with it because it's the only one I have left from their estate series. So today I thought I would use it to show you the gorgeous double crochet, half double crochet in the 3rd loop stitch, which we will be doing a crochet cowl in your very next tutorial to come. So this is just a practice of the stitch, because the stitch can actually be quite difficult for the very first 2 rows. After that, no problems. Okay, so we are going to start. All right, we are going to use, it does call for I won't show you that because it does call for a 4mm hook. It is not going to be a full tutorial. It's just going to be a very small sample of what we're going to be doing in our next cowl. And that's the reason why I'm not pulling from the middle. I'm just going to pull from the sides, do a few stitches, and there you go. Okay, so we're just going to put a loop around our finger so we can get a loop ready. Okay, we are going to chain on 20, yarn over the hook, pull a loop through, 1, 2, 3, do it nice and loosely, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll do 2 more. 1, 2, because that's going to be the start of our half double. Right, so I'm using a 5.5mm hook just to make the stitches quite open so you can see what I'm doing here, because it can be fiddly these first 2 rows. Okay, so what you're doing, that's normally the way we do it. We put our hook through our normal V. All right, so it's yarn over hook. We're not going to put it through the normal V. We're going to count 2 chains, so 1 and 2, turn our chain, and there should be like a little loop at the back. I might put it in the 3rd chain. See that little loop right there? That's where I want you to put it in. It's called a back bump. Okay, so you pulled your thread through, you should have 3 loops on your hook, and then pull through all 3. We'll do it again. Face it to you. Right there should be a back bump. All right, a little bit tight to see, but you'll get it. It will work. All right, I'm going to do it again. See that back bump right there? That's where we're putting our hook in. Yarn over hook, pull up a loop, yarn over hook, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. All right, at the moment, that's all it's doing. It's actually causing a beautiful look, making a beautiful look on your first row, which is probably, I learned this from Mikey from, I can't remember where it's from. Mikey. Let's say Mikey Crochet. When you look that up, believe me, you'll find it. Okay. And then you go back here and you do it again. Back bump. I can't believe I've forgotten where it's from. Mikey from, oh gosh, my brain. Dead set. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. So continue in that manner. See, that's why we need to do it loose. I think with the next tutorial, because it's already done, I think I did mine a little tight and I struggled to see. That's why I wanted to show you the tutorial like this first. Okay, and I will show you at the end of this tutorial what we're going to be making in your very next tutorial, which is going to be a lot of fun. I enjoyed making it and I love it. And it's a hooded cowl, and you will see the way it's worn in the very next tutorial. Very, very excited. Very, very, very excited. Okay, so relatively easy. The only difficult thing is finding that third loop. But once you've found the first time, the rest of the row is quite easy to find it. And I found with this yarn too, it's splitting. And that's what happens when you have yarn in your stash for too long. It starts to split, okay? But I'm loving the look of this third loop. When I stop and show you, you'll know what I mean. Simply gorgeous. And when you do the next 5 or 6 rounds, even better. Oh, I just split that yarn right there, see that? Okay, there you go. The last stitch was always going to be very difficult. It was difficult in the next tutorial because I've already done that, as I said before. And it might be a little bit difficult now. No, there it is. It's not difficult to see on the last one. And there you go. Now, ordinarily, you would have joined when you chained on, but I do it this way, and I join later. Okay, so we are going to join our little circle, join our little piece together, turn it over. What you're going to do is do the half double, get it ready to put in that third loop. Now, ordinarily you would put it in that loop, that V right there. That's where we would ordinarily do it. Let me get a close up so you can see. Pull these scissors out the way, we won't need them today. Oh, come on, Mary, get it right, woman. Here we go. It's too small, this loop. Probably should have done a bigger loop, but doesn't matter. I just wanted to show you the look of the third loop. Okay, so there it is. Yarn over hook, and ordinarily we would put it in that V. We're not going to. We're going to face it to us and put it in the back. It's like a third loop. See, there's your first 2 loops. You'll see it better on the next stitch. Whoops, whoops. Oh, I've knotted myself up there. I do apologise. You will see it better on that next stitch, trust me. Just this first bit is a bit fiddly because yours truly didn't do her stitches enough. I probably should have put in about 30. Anyway, pop it in there and pull through all 3 loops. Now, there's your V again for the next stitch. Face it towards you. You can see a stitch right at the back. Right there. Do your half double that way. Then we're going to do the same at the back there. Once you do one, the rest of the row is easy. It automatically faces you and you'd automatically see that third loop. See how it's forming a little knitted look? There's your V. We're not putting it in there. I'm going to turn it and face us and put it at the back. I hope that was explanatory enough. Okay, keep going and we'll just do the rest of the row. Oh, that's because I didn't want to pull it from the center pull, which I always do. Okay, sorry guys. All right, so we'll keep going. Third loop. Third loop. All right, so what's going to happen is it'll get around to that beginning that we first did. We're just going to jump over. We're not going to be slip stitching anymore. We're just going to jump over and keep going. And when we finish this whole piece, and it's as long as we want it, we will sew in that bottom end down below, and it will close up the circle. Okay, here we go. Oh, the thread is everywhere. There it is. Sorry about that. Third loop. Third loop. Third loop. We're getting to that area where we're about to close up shop. Okay. All right. Now this may look like another stitch there, but it's not. This is where we jumped over before. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to find the third loop in this one. See these 2 V's there, or that 2 threads there that is actually a front and back loop. When you tilt it a bit, there's that right there. Pop it in there. do your next half double crochet that way. A little bit fiddly this stitch because it's restarting again. Okay. Your next row will be a lot easier. Always the third and fourth row in this stitch is so much easier. Okay. So we're doing a back loop, or not back loop, Mary, third loop. Sorry, guys. There we go. Third loop. Third loop. And again. See, now that you've done that one row, it automatically tilts to you. So you're automatically getting that third loop. These are the two loops there. You're automatically getting that third loop. It's telling you there's the third loop. I know it sounds like it's talking to you, but it's not. I'm not going crazy with my yarn, trust me, with my crochet. I'm not, I promise. All right. Okay, we get to the end of this row and I shall show you the look you are looking for or trying to make. I don't want to be cutting this yarn or sewing in any ends because I don't want to lose the thread. I would like to make some sort of something with this actual yarn eventually. Maybe might get a couple of different colours and produce something out of it. Oh, that's what I do. I hold on to yarns until I don't know what to do with it anymore. Okay, here we go. We're getting to, there it is. This is where we are. We're right at that end row. And you're not going to do anything else. You're just going to keep going into the back loop. Third loop. Just keep going around and around and around until you're at the end of your project. Now I'm going to stop for a minute because I want to show you what it looks like. This is the right row. Okay, let me pull the thread out for a minute. Oh gosh, you see what I just did there? I nearly pulled the whole thing through. Dearie me. I don't know how I managed that. Okay, there we go. So, let me open that out. Ooh, too close. Sorry, guys. Let me open it out to you. And that is the look you're looking for. Gorgeous. It looks knitted, doesn't it? I'll get a nice close-up for you. It looks like you have knitted. Instead, you are actually crocheting in the third loop. And that is the look you're looking for. The next tutorial you see will be this one here. And this is what crocheting in the third loop does for you. See, this is our cowl. This is the one I just finished a moment ago. Okay, I'll get a nice close-up for you so you can see. Okay, let's pop that off there. Okay. And there you go, and that is what you're looking for. Okay, that is what the stitch will be when you are ready to do it. How gorgeous is this stitch? So stick with us. If you want to do this tutorial, it's coming up, the very next tutorial that's coming up within the next couple of days. It will be called our first crochet cowl or crochet cowl, whatever. It will be called crocheting in the third loop cowl, okay? And yeah, this is done with the Karen Cakes Red Velvet, I think it's called. But I'll explain all that in the very next tutorial. So that is the stitch we're looking for. If you want to do this cowl, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so that you can receive the cowl tutorial in your inbox. And if you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to check me out anywhere else, all those links will be in the details down below. Instagram, Facebook, I can't think of anywhere else. Madeit.com.au especially. That's where I sell all my crochet. So if you're interested in looking at that, that link will be in the detail down below. The stitch will be in the detail down below. And that's all I want to say about that. Thanks so much for watching. Ciao for now.